Is it April already? Because this is an April Fool's joke, right? It's not? Well, then, hey, maybe I'm missing something here. Please tell me in the comments how you would use Martyr or why you would. Okay, maybe I'm being a bit harsh. There are some use cases for her, and we'll talk about them in a bit. But first, who is Martyr? Well, before Carol Danvers was Captain Marvel, that name was actually used by the late Kree warrior Mar-Vell. Mar-Vell had a daughter named Phyla-Vell. And interestingly, there is a character in the MCU named Phyla-Vell, which we got a glimpse of in the Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3. Now, in the comics though, Phyla-Vell was created with the DNA of Mar-Vell, and at one point she even took up the Captain Marvel moniker. Possessing superhuman strength, speed, agility, durability, reflexes, she can fire energy blasts and fly as well. She's also an energy sponge, which basically means she can absorb energy attacks and return them as energy blasts. She was also Quasar for a while after taking the quantum bands from Annihilus. She was also a part of the new Guardians of the Galaxy, but now she goes by the name of Martyr. In Marvel Snap, Martyr is a 1 energy 4 power card with the ability at the end of the game move to a location that loses you the game if possible. So basically like the opposite of Captain Marvel. Okay, right off the bat, I feel like using this card is going to take more work than it is worth. Like, quite honestly, there are cards with similar or better cost-power ratios if you're going to go to the trouble of trying to make it work. Okay, how do we mitigate her downside of flying to the lane that loses you the game, right? Well, you can zero her, but honestly, I'd rather zero Titania or Ebony Maw, even Lizard. I mean, you could lock her down in a lane with Professor X. It does fit well, I guess, in the Ms. Marvel lockout style decks that are very popular right now, but over Nebula? I mean, it's good to have an option, I guess. You could buff her with Shuri or Forge, so she's less likely to move to lose you the game. You could also use her for Venom food, because she's cheap stats you can play out early, but Hawkeye can easily take that role. You could stick her in a deck that's designed to flood the board, like a Khazar Zoo deck or a bounce deck, so she can't move anywhere, right? If there's no space to move. Thing is though, the main issue I have with her is that there is always another less risky option in the 1 cost category that will deliver similar stats. And with Spotlight caches and tokens being such premium currency, I don't think it's worth the purchase at all. And looking at the Spotlight cards this week, it's almost as if they want you to save your keys and tokens, because Spider-Man 2099, blah, and Jean Grey, while pretty powerful in the right hands, is not very meta relevant. Okay, ultimately, I think Martyr will be one of those cards that require a ton of finesse. She will be an option at the 1 cost category, but until she gets a bit of a buff, I don't think she's going to see too much play, because she's just kind of mid, right? She's not good, but also not as horrible as people think she might be, because I feel like it's an optics thing, you know? Her ability literally reads, move to a location that loses you the game, and your immediate gut reaction is like,